Man.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world, got a great panel tonight. Thank you guys for being here. I want to welcome you guys. We got miscellaneous brew reviews. We had Jammer.
He's going to reboot and try and come back in.
He's got lag issues, people.
And am I? Is that me?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Jammer has the lag.
Oh, okay. So we got Thomas Metal 75 or Eric, and Beer Man here, or Steve, if you want to call me that. Jammer will be back, and welcome to the chat as well. J Dub just walked in. Thank you, man. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, everyone, for showing up and being here when you do. I know this is kind of an early show, but it's what kickstarts the day, so let's do it. All right. We got miscellaneous first.
All right. So, initially I thought I had a product, and then I looked at it, and it was a stout. But thank God I went to the beer store today because I picked up a porter, and it's room temperature, unfortunately, but I do have a Frosty Stein. This is a new company. I've never had anything from them. They are out of, Stephensport, Wisconsin. This company is called Whole Hog. This is their hazelnut brown imperial chocolate, or hazelnut brownie, imperial chocolate hazelnut porter.
Very nice.
Comes in at 9.2% ABV. It is room temperature because, like I said, I screwed the pooch. Hopefully it turns out all right. We'll find out. It's got a pretty good color on it. It's going to be heady as all hell. The Alex pour of the night right there.
Damn, that looks good. That looks really good, dude.
4-finger head. It's because it's hot and the mug is cold. That's funny.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Pretty tight-knit, frothy-looking head. Yeah. Boy, it's amateur hour for me.
Me too, dude. I'm tired today.
I got caught up at the liquor store trying some nice scotches.
Nice, Miss Latest. Thank you, man.
All right, yes.
All right, let's get Eric up here.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you for stopping by the Beer Man channel of YouTube. Doing a Baltic style porter today. This is, I believe the pronunciation is Żywiec. The Żywiec, a Baltic porter. Bam.
Nice.
That's from the country of Poland, and I believe it is a Heineken product at this point, and this was like $3 and change. Pretty good price. Haven't had this one in a while. They're using 4 types of malts, and it's 9.5% alcohol by volume. And they say on the back of the bottle, the glass changing to blue color indicates ideal temperature. If you can even see
I can see that kind of sheen coming off of it, yeah.
Yeah, they do a little like when the Rocky Mountains are blue, your beer is cold or something crap like that. Yeah, but yeah, they want you to sort of drink this on the cooler side. I've had this once or twice. I haven't seen this on the shelves recently until a couple weeks ago. I'm like, it's a good beer at a good price. Let me go buy it. All right. Let's look at that color really quickly. It is a brown, definitely a dark brown. There's a little bit of ruby red tinges around the glass. You have a nice frothy two-finger tan head.
Looks great.
Nice carbonation. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good. All right, man. All right, so I just got like a straight up porter. I think it's like an American porter. It's just, like your average porter, 5.8%. It's a local one of mine. I've never had them, though, out of Gold Beach, Oregon. Arch Rock. It's a Arch Rock Brewing Company, handcrafted porter. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's been in my fridge for a while. So, when did it's canned on 11/1. So, yeah, about a month or so old. Jammer's back. What's up, man? All right, so let's open it. Definitely a brown pour. What is with our heads tonight? That's just a heady style, I think, in general. 2-finger head, the 3-finger head. It's going for the nose real quick. Yeah, it just smells like a porter. It smells chocolatey. Chocolate and coffee's kind of coming through. Cool, man. Well, Jammer, you're back. Do you want to go ahead and show your stuff off?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. My computer decided it was a good idea to try to force me to get Windows 11. So I had to go through this whole thing and restart it. And I'm like, oh, perfect timing, Windows. So I finally, that's what was lagging me down. It was trying to download stuff and trying to do stuff. So I have a controversial thing today. Old Chub from Oscar Blues. They claim it's a wee heavy, but there's no ingredients to support that. It's basically a porter base that has German smoked malts. They even brag about how they get German smoked specialty malts. I'll go on about that later. But I'm saying I got a really good legal case in beer law and bird law for those who watch Always Sunny that this is a smoked imperial porter or some kind of hybrid of such.
Interesting.
Sorry, the panel doesn't seem too excited. They're like, Jammer, you just wanted to come on. You weaseled your way on here, Jammer. But
No, you're fine. It's cool.
I had an Eisbach once from Jack's Abbey, and basically it was just a wheat wine, but they called it an Eisbach on the label.
Well,
yeah,
I
brewer discretion.
I might have out Alexed you guys, but this is a bad glass for having too much head on the beer. But you can see pretty close to panel. You look at the color of this beer. You look at the head. You look at the retention. You look at the color of the head. I got the khaki pants. It's like, I went into Best Buy, got those khaki pants going, guys. So it looks like a porter to me. So yeah, I'm getting raisin, toffee, caramel, and like sweet rye breads, like that bread you get at Cheesecake Factory. They have this like dark bread with little oats on it.
Nice.
So I'll go into it later, guys. That's the presentation. Old Chub, Oscar Blues, Longmont, Colorado, 8%.
Nice, cool. I like that beer actually. It's pretty good. I haven't had it in a while. Oh, it's miscellaneous, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
I skipped you. Damn it. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, heads died down. Do say it has a caramel reddish hue on the bottom. Head retention wasn't great, but like I said, the beer was warm and the glass was like 5 months cold in the freezer. On the nose on this, you get grains, big time grains. Hazelnuts really, I guess it's there. It's very faint. I get this big time bready, malty, like sweet brown bread coming out of it. I don't really get chocolate on the nose. Like I said, in the hazelnuts, I don't even know if that's there. It's almost incorporating with that like sweet brown bread and the grain. I don't know. Cheers. New company, new product.
Cheers, man.
9.2. How bad could it be?
Cheers, yeah.
Well, that's good.
That is pretty good. I would definitely like to try this product when it's all the way cold. It does have a pretty full body to it and mouthfeel. I'm surprised on the way it poured. Low carbonation. Flavors are there. I definitely pick up hazelnut. It's not too much. It's mellow. The chocolate flavor's there. Very... There's, let me go back in. I do almost get like a minerally water kind of thing on the nose too. There's a very, very slight bitterness. It's not, I wouldn't even call it bitter. It just lets you know that like there's some hops there. Not a real dry finish, 9.2%. It's not boozy at all. This isn't bad. Not a bad product. at all. Like I said, I almost get like a coffee, toffee, hazelnut kind of thing going on, which is good. I think the flavors are good. Like I said, I screwed the pooch. I had a beer in the fridge. I put it in at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Went to pull it out. Stout. Well, good thing I went to the store. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So, yeah. Cheers, guys. Not too
Cheers, man.
shabby.
Right on. Cool. Thank you, man. All right. Is it you, Eric?
I believe so.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if said beer that I am drinking is on the. I'm not seeing it, so I'm gonna say no. All right, maybe not. I'm trying to see if the beer that I'm drinking was actually on Heineken's website. Maybe this beer isn't a Heineken brand anymore. Do not see it on the glassware. But again, we're drinking the Żuwiec Baltic Porter from Poland. And it's a 9.5% alcohol by volume Baltic Porter, they say on the front label. Dark porter type of beer. It owes its unique color and clear flavor to 4 types of malts. Original Żuwiec recipe from the Żuwiec School of Brewing. All right. I don't know what the 4 types of malts are. I was doing a little looking around while listening to you all. Couldn't find out, but this is a beer, or at least the brewery has been doing their thing since 1856. Halftime Beverage has this bottle at $3.49, 500 milliliter bottle. Fantastic deal for the kind of beer you're getting. So we talked about that dark black appearance with the ruby red tinges. It had a 2-finger head that's now just a 1-finger rim around the glass. It still is holding some legs and lacing a little bit, and it is super, super inviting. So let's just dive right into that aroma. There's a little bit more. The aroma is pretty clean. It's because Baltic porters are of a lagering style. So I'm getting the clean lager base underneath. I'm getting a lot of dark baker's chocolate, very dark chocolate. I'm getting the medium towards dark roast coffee. It might even be dark roast, yeah. I'm getting some raisins and dark fruits of cherry. Maybe some brown bread and caramel. Maybe not caramel, but a molasses more than a brown sugar. There's a little earthy hopping in there for some balance, and there is a bitterness that I am detecting on the nose there. So yeah, that smells very inviting. Not hardly any amount of that alcohol is in the nose. So let's see if it's in the taste. Cheers to Żuwiec Porter, Baltic Porter. You want to chug a giant beer? I wouldn't suggest it, but you could chug this thing. You could. There's like little to no alcohol. You can get it a little bit at the end when it dries. You can tell that there's a little bit in there. You get all the same notes from the nosing. You get the dark baker style chocolate. You get a medium towards a dark roasted coffee. There is a touch of a smokiness somewhere in there from the malts. I'm getting that brown bread. I'm getting the bread crust. I'm getting that molasses style sweetness. There is a really interesting bitterness, like a bitter black coffee towards the end of the sip, kind of earthy. Maybe there is sort of a touch of a toffee caramel kind of mixed in with that, like a butterscotchy thing. So again, body is probably light on the medium side, to be completely honest. It's got a nice drinkability to it. It's very crisp, and you're getting left with some of that dried dark chocolate and the dried dark chocolate and the malty smoky sort of element to it as it dries. So I'm going to say semi-dry, fairly dry, but semi-dry, crisp, clean, and super refreshing at 9.5 for $3.49. I've had this a couple of times, but for $3.49, I am pretty damn impressed. Cheers. I like that.
Excellent, dude.
That sounds like a good product. Bang for the buck, for sure.
I like that it's a Baltic porter because it's got that lagering yeast is so clean and keeps it refreshing even at 9.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Baltic porters. I really do. That was one of my favorite styles. That looks great. Like a honeycomb on the top, like a yellowed head or something, or maybe it's your light. I don't know.
No, it kind of does. It comes out that way a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, that looks really good, actually.
Yeah, cheers.
Cool. Cheers, man. Thank you. Right on. Jamma. It's all
What's
you.
up, guys? So I pulled up. I was prepared, ladies and gentlemen of the chat jury. Here's kind of a breakdown of what's in Old Chub, just so you guys can get an idea. It's American 2-row, English dark crystal, Munich English chocolate malt, Special B, and Weyermann smoked malt with nugget hops and Y yeast 1056 American ale yeast. So nothing in those ingredients. I mean, if it's a wee heavy, it should have peat smoked malt because you get that's what makes a wee heavy. And then the Scottish ales, I really love Odell, and they have their 90 shilling, which is kind of like that's a perfect kind of Scotch ale. It doesn't have smoked malts in it, but it has a flavor that's almost like an ESB, but it's its own thing. It's its own little thing. So, sorry, that's like my justification on why. And if you even look at this compared to what everybody else has been drinking, it's very similar to a porter. I guess maybe this is a tiny skosh lighter.
Mine's not.
I don't know. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown on why I really like porters. When I first got into craft brew, it was because of the Samuel Adams Winter Pack, and they had a beer back then called the Holiday Porter. It's like 5.4%. It just had these like leathery, raisiny notes with the toffee and the nuttiness and the caramel and that sprinkle of like, a little bit of coffee and a burst of chocolate kind of at the end, and those English malts to kind of give it that spiciness and hayness and almost kind of accentuate the doughy breadiness of the yeast. And then I really liked talking about Odell again. Odell did a Cutthroat Porter. They don't make it anymore, but it was 4.8%. I don't know if anybody knows Cutthroat Porter. It was a classic porter, man. I think it's because it was 4.8%. They just eventually kind of axed it. I think it was around 2012, 2013. It just wasn't pulling the sales they needed, so I get it. But I know porters. I like them, and I feel like kind of like Thomas Metal, where he said he got some of that smokiness in there. It's not, and this is a similar ABV. This is 8%. I don't think there's anything wrong with a little smokiness. Alaska Brewery makes their smoked porter. Have you ever had that, beer man? Have you heard of that? The Alaskan smoked porter.
Alaskan Brewing Company.
Yes, I haven't seen that in a while. I haven't had that in a while. Yeah,
I think they discontinued it, or it's only local now because I haven't seen it for probably 8 years or something. But
yeah,
smoked porters are a style, so I feel like this, to me, maybe you could call it like a hybrid smoked porter, but I think it could be either or. Maybe it could be a dark wee heavy with German malts, or a smoked American kind of hybrid porter. So
the Special B is.
I hear you. Like it's like when you pour up Founders one, the Dirty Bastard.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's a Scotch ale, and it doesn't have that same color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it should be. Those are more of dark amber color, right? Like a dark red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is. I mean, this. So this is. If you guys can see the highlights on this, I get that color on the highlight of the beer, but you pull back, and I mean, it's dark. It looks like a Tootsie Roll.
Mine looks the same on the bottom, similar to what you're describing. The
I
hue.
agree.
So,
I guess.
So
it
now
would
I'll just
depend
get
on
into the fun
SRM and
parts.
the yeast and stuff.
now that all the legal beeries is out of the way, now it's time to just get into it.
You're done. Wait a minute. Get her done.
And the one thing that this might have more than a traditional porter is I do get some of those raisiny kind of prune figgy kind of characteristics. I don't know if that, I think that's the yeast, putting off some of those phenols and stuff out there.
Uh-huh.
And oh man, those like classic English hops, like it just goes so good with the porter. I mean, that's why you don't brew a porter with like Citra or something, like if you're going for, something classic.
A little more noble.
But it accentuates the yeast. It gets that breadiness. It's like you're just eating some kind of dark bread in a field with the hay and the yeast and the grass everywhere. And then it's all of a sudden like now you've had the dark bread and now you get out some kind of like little sweet bread, maybe a little cup of coffee and like a little sweet bread with some raisins in it, and some like honey butter or something on it, So, all right, I'm hitting the flavor.
Nice.
Shalon.
On the flavor, surprisingly, a very rich chocolate that's, I wouldn't quite call it a dark chocolate. It's like a milk chocolate that's got some caramel mixed in, like a Rolo, like the Rolo candies. If everybody's had like the Rolos, it has, because of the 8% and because it's not too dry, it's kind of like a medium dryness. There's a little bit of sweetness that comes through, and I think that's one of the popular parts of this beer. It's funny. I'm seeing side chat thing. But yeah, it's got that dessert flavor, but then all of a sudden, mid palate, boom, it shifts over to noble hops. You get some dryness. There's some chalky dried coffee flavor, baker's chocolate, some of the like leathery prune fig flavors, and then it does have it does have some bitterness on the. I would say, I don't know what the IBU. I didn't see that. I don't know why they didn't list it, but I would say it's like 40, 45 IBU, but it's like a smooth 45. Like it comes like the sweetness kind of covers it, but you're like, okay, this is a beer. It's not some like weird chocolate stout monstrosity like they're pumping out these days, which I love those. I buy gimmicky beers all the time. I love gimmicky beers.
30 IBUs.
It's how many IBUs?
30.
30. Okay.
Yeah, it's 30.
Oh, nice. I don't know how I missed that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, panel. Panel's always good for like rocking out that info, man. So yeah, I guess I could see that then. Like, it's not like bitter. Like, I guess 45 would be like a pale ale, and this is that would be maybe a little bit too much for this. I guess I'm kind of used to like some of the Colorado beers, like Great Divide's Yeti is 100 IBU. I mean, they hop that hell out of it for a stout. But 30 IBU, it makes sense. It actually makes it even more porter-like. I think a Scotch ale might have a little bit more of those hops for the kind of balance that they go for. So again, but yeah, it's just I think the smell, it's weird. The smell is actually more complex than the flavor, which is usually the reverse in beers. But I think that this is popular because it just has this like 1, 2, 3 combo of the chocolate caramel, dusty coffee, and then the bready noble hop finish that just wants you coming back for more.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That was an excellent review. That was an excellent
analysis
piece.
Thank you, man.
You can be a salesman.
That
was great.
That's what
right
it is.
On, man.
The more you
Cheers,
know.
everybody. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheesers too. Cheesers. Cheers. Nice. Let's try this normal porter. All right. So in the nose again. I can't swirl it. Hold on.
You'll get there.
Chocolate immediately. Chocolate and roasted malts. Kind of a bread, like a it's not really, I guess, a brown bread, I guess, if you want to go that. Maybe more of a brown bread crust on toasted crust with some chocolate malts. It's got that richness, that rich, that kind of bite to it in the smell. Like you can get, it's got that acrid kind of thing, a little bitter thing. Yeah. Or like a roasted bitter.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Not hoppy bitter. Yeah, cool. Let's look at it again real quick. It's left some good lacing on there. I mean, it's spread it out pretty good, sticking it up. I like that. Looks like spider webs. Yeah, opaque beer, dark, kind of a brown, I guess. You can get some lighter hints at the bottom there, but cheers, man. Let's drink it.
Prost.
Cheers.
Well, the nose is the same as the mouth or as the taste. Well, first of all, it's got a kind of a medium light body. It is a 5.8. It does feel sessionable. I am used to bigger beers though too. It's just a matter of getting used to it. But it's lighter. It feels good. It's refreshing. It's got a nice refreshing mouthfeel. It's a bit chalky and kind of acrid in the back and the finish, but it's not. I wouldn't go acrid. I'd just say it's a bit bitter, a bit of roasty bitter in the back. I know it clenches the side of your cheeks, the side of your tongue in the finish. But overall, it's got that chocolatey kind of coffee expression. that brown bread crust thing, that toasted crust.
Nice.
It does have a mineral water as well to this one. There is kind of a like a minerally kind of thing going on, and it's very chalky up on my hard palate on the front. Yeah, it gets real chalky and just like.
So I got the chalk, but where's the mineral coming from? Why are some of you guys getting mineral? Is that like a certain type of water profile
Probably
or some
water
other
profile.
ingredient?
straight up the water. Yeah, just like you can get like this loose, light, watery feel,
Wouldn't
And
say
you
it's
can kinda
metallic.
get
It
it,
is
yeah.
like minerally almost.
like clean water, like almost like a purified, minerally kind of spring water taste. I don't know. It's weird.
Yep. Okay.
It's clean. It's good. So
Hmm.
it's not real strong. You know, I'm not really getting any alcohol, nothing like that. It's very drinkable. So
Nice.
I'm very happy actually with this. I'd buy it again. It's a good porter. So
Is that English? Is that supposed to be an English style?
I'm almost wanting to say it's
That's
not
what-
as bitey as an American. So
Okay.
I would imagine it's probably more on the English side.
That's what it reminds you of. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cool.
And
All right, man.
it looked the part with that nice bright white head. Definitely.
Yeah.
You were drinking.
Kind of like, yeah, like whitish tan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Cool.
All right.
Great retention.
So,
Great retention on
great
and lacing
retention.
on that.
as they
Yeah.
should have. You know, it should have a good retention in this kind of beer. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's get back to miscellaneous.
All right. So, finishing notes on the whole hog hazelnut brownie. Like I said, I would like to go back to this product again and try it from 32 degrees and up instead of room temperature into a chilled stein. For only having, what did I say in the private chat? It's only got 14 IBUs in this. I mean,
Does that hurt the beer? Do you think it could have used more hops for balance?
no,
Hmm.
I'm about to hit on that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
Hit on that.
Chocolate flavor is coming out. Hazelnut's there. Hazelnut's not too much or overbearing. It's there. It lingers on the back end of the chocolate. It is starting to sweeten up a bit more like a milk chocolatey kind of note. But there is a floral hoppiness to this, and it's bright, and it's flavorful, and it's fragrant. I would almost land this in the black IPA family if it wasn't for that milk chocolate sweetness that's coming off of it now. Definitely, the hops are definitely detectable, even though it's only 14. Like I said, it's not overly bitter at all. It's actually very mellow. The more that it warms, you do get more of a drier finish. But it tastes fresh. Like it hasn't been on the shelf too long. The hops are there. They're still present. They're letting you know they're there. Beer Advocate gave this an 87. Like I said, tried this beer ass backwards, and I don't know. I'll put it at a 90. It's not bad. It's good. Like I said, I would like to try it from ice cold going into warm. But that's my own fault. I caught myself in a pinch. Not bad. I've definitely had worse porters than this, and I really have no complaints. Then I had to use this big ass glass for a half a beer.
It happens.
Nice.
I was looking for glasses today too.
Me too. That's why I got like a jar. I literally have my mason jar glass thing, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Hardly like porter glassware.
I bought a porter, and I'm like, well, I gotta have to use a chilled mug because it's like 80-degree beer.
Compensation.
Nice.
All right.
Beer's
You,
guys, not bad. I don't know.
Nice, dude.
If we get more
Yeah.
distro from them, I'd like to try it. And you guys will get another review out of me on this beer, maybe on my channel or somebody else's. But
Cool. Good
For
deal,
sure.
man. That just freaking sounds good. All right. Thanks, miscellaneous.
good. All right. So, I gotta contemplate this one as I'm giving my final notes as far as how high of a rating I want to go, because this thing is gonna get a pretty astronomically high rating. Hells to the yeah. I mean, at $3.49, which is basically, I mean, that's what Halftime Beverage had before. I basically paid that amount. Can you say bargain? This is a bargain and a half. When you're spending $1 more than a 24-ounce can of some, at least around Massachusetts, of some of the macro style malt liquors, you're spending $1 more for 9.5% and for actual, real, honest to goodness flavor. That's impressive on that one. When I drink on this more, and when I stick the nose into the glass a little bit more, I get some more toffee, even more toffee and honey-like kind of sweetness as well out of this beer. So, I mean, it's everything you want, I think, out of that style for a Baltic Porter. It's super clean. I said it's semi-dry, but it is really fairly clean in the finish. It has that nice lagering finish. You're getting all of that malty molasses, brown bready kind of sweetness notes. You're getting the coffee. You're getting that toffee note. You're getting an earthiness. You are getting some hops in the background to help out with that finish there to keep it sort of dry. I mean, as if I have to say, I'm going to be generous a little bit, because I do like some of that caramel and like that honey. I don't know if necessarily that's 120% supposed to be in there. Like if you had a buttered popcorn thing, it's going in that kind of direction for the beer, but it's not overly presenting itself. It's another background, but I'm noticing it as I'm drinking it. Even a little nuttiness. So there's a lot going on for this beer, and I think appropriately, and I must have rated this on my channel, I don't recall, but today it'll get a 97 out of 100 from me.
Wow, great.
Damn.
Fantastic. I want that.
I'm gonna
under
say
$4 beer that gets a 97.
Right.
Your palate mileage may vary, but to me, you can say little to no. I'm gonna say no. 9.5 is coming out in the taste.
You think that's better than Combs?
Yep.
Deadly.
So that's pretty good.
Eric, do you think that's better than like Combs, right? That makes all those Baltic porters and stuff. On the KOMES, they make like a raspberry.
I don't think I've ever had one of their beers. I have to look for the KOMES.
Beer Man's have Bumpy brings them from time to time. I can get
Yeah,
them.
cool.
They're usually on the import aisle.
The raspberry one is
Good
great.
distro.
Yeah.
The only real, I mean, it works for me, right? The only real negative here with this particular beer is it is I didn't really mention it, but it's okay. It's okay to me. I gave it a 97, but that lagering yeast that's in here, it almost finishes on the really thin side. So it almost finishes a little bit watery, but at 9.5%, I'm not going to be totally disappointed with that. I get all this flavor up front, and then it finishes and it gives me that nice drinkability, that nice refreshment to it as well. Some people may not want that in their big dark beer. Some people may want a bigger, bolder drinking experience. This is a fairly big drinking experience. However, it is very well done for about any level of beer drink. If you're an amateur and you don't know much about different styles of beers, you could even get into this fairly easy without any effort. So if you've never had an Imperial Stout, this is actually probably something to start with. These Juviets, it's so approachable. 97. I got a little bit of the bottle left. Hell, this might have to do the review portion as well on a Wild Card Wednesday. We'll see.
No, you better get to drinking.
We'll find out. That's coming up 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight, right after this show.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
I'll be there.
Oh, shut up, man.
Cheers,
So
man.
it's
Thank you.
I'm Mountain Time. I'm 2 hours behind Eastern, so it's 5 for me then, which would be 7 p.m.
5:30.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, 5:30 rather. Yeah, sorry. No, I get you. I get you. Yeah.
Two hours, yeah.
Cool guys. Yeah. Cool guys. Yeah, well, thanks for having me first of all on your television program, Beer Man. Thanks for having me on.
No
So
problem, man.
I'll start off by saying the reason that these beers are called porters, it's because the English porters who were hauling stuff that's how I learned this from the back of the Sam Adams bottle. Hopefully they weren't lying, and I'm not just spouting false history. But they'd be porting, like have these like ropes, and they're like porting all this shit out of the bay, and they would want Sam Adams said they wanted a sturdy beer, which means they want a beer that's going to get them fucked up. Excuse my French. And a porter.
Say it again.
A porter is actually a really, really good way to hide the ABV, because you can go at like 5.8 to maybe 6 or 7 on average and not really get that alcohol, burn or anything. And I just really like the style. I think it's cool. This beer is it's funny that Thomas Metal mentioned honey, because I looked up the malt that's in this beer. So it's a Weyermann Beach smoked barley malt, which supposedly gives you strong beach smoke aromas and flavor while imparting gentle notes of vanilla and honey. And vanilla goes great with porter. So again, more damning evidence that this is a porter. But I got that honey earlier, and I think Thomas Metal, you said you got a little honey, right? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honey or something that's honeyed or like butterscotch.
Some kind of like weird sweetness, like an earthy sweetness that's hard to identify. Yeah, I get that. I think an earthy sweetness that's hard to identify with some like hay notes. That's what honey is. Honey has the taste and the smell, a little bit of what the bees get, and then it's also that kind of like sugary taste. So I think that's perfect. I think it's a perfect descriptor of it. And I like that we all have, we all have like similar looks and profiles to the beer, but each one has its own unique, kind of like you're assembling like the Avengers of porters, and you need each one to have its like specialty.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But yeah, so look at this. The head on this 8%er, it's still sticking around. We got some nice webbing. I mean, speaking of Marvel, we got a little Spider-Man action going there. So I will just I'm gonna like smack the gavel down and call this a porter and say I'll give it a 90.
Cool. It deserves it. It's good. That's a good A beer. All right, man. Well, thanks, Jammer.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. All right, let's get here now. So this is your average porter, and yeah, it's probably more on the English side, maltier, less bitey on the hops or anything like that. It does have kind of a noble character in the hops, so a little more of a spicy thing. Not like hot, but more like you know what I'm saying? Just that, I don't know. Have you ever like gone into like I guess Willamette would be considered kind of it's, even though it's made here or grown here, I think. But what's the Fuggles? Fuggles kind of is a nice aromatic and a flowery, hoppy, kind of that noble character. When I say spice, it's got like that nice little bitter bite, but it's not enough to like. It's just well balanced, with the style.
What about Kent Golding? You ever had some Kent Goldings before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of the same kind of features, in aromatics and flavors. Yeah. This is good though. It's got a good drinkability to it. It's got a nice roastiness. It follows the profile pretty well. The everything about it really is kind of what I expected. So I think per the style and per my liking, I'll give it a 96 out of 100. I think it was pretty delightful. It's not bad. Still drinking on it. I'm gonna swig this down and get into my IPAs though, because that's my go-to. But you guys rock, man. This is awesome. Got a great panel tonight. Let's get up. Let's get the big panel here. We're in order, sort of. Okay, cool. Shout you guys out, man. Do your thing. Thank you. Cheers.
All right. So shout outs. I usually do the long-winded ones to make sure that everybody gets got. So Bumpy Road Brewery is going to be the first one that I shout out. He couldn't make it. Good for him. He's on date night with his wife. Can't argue with that shit, right? New Brew on Mondays. It's an open panel. Bring a new product that you've never tried before. It's not necessarily quite a review show, but everybody gets to adjust to what everybody's beer is. It's fun. It's a little more lackadaisical bar type scene.
Yeah.
Good time. Go check that out. Other than that, Ron Terrio is going to be hosting Stout Sunday for John and Nelly again this week, which will be at 10:30 Sundays Eastern. Get a Stout Reporter, show up there. Always a good program. Michael Kormaroff's usually always there as well. Food Friday with Alex is going to be at Friday at 8. Italian food and a beer. Any kind of Italian food and a beer, you're more than welcome to join up over there. As for me, the Thursday night beer session is going to go on as planned. It's going to be a little different. I'm not going to be reviewing 4 products in succession. This week is going to be a head-to-head. We're going to have Clash of the Titans. We are going to be putting Sierra Nevada's 2020 Bigfoot Barley Wine up against Founders Nemesis 2020 Bigfoot Barley or Nemesis Barley Wine. We're going to do a head-to-head with that. Probably have another bottle to review afterwards. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Those are pretty high ABV beers. Yeah. And then for the following week on my Thursday night beer sessions, anybody's welcome to join. I'm going to do something different. We're going to push the guidelines a little bit for the YouTube. That's okay. I'm not monetizing. I don't really give a shit anyways. But I think I'm going to host an open power hour.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, we'll just hang out, I think it's 5 beers, and we'll just go through. It's kind of a music-oriented video kind of show thing, but every 60 seconds for an hour, we'll take a shot of beer and move on. It's just something different. Open panel, get people in there. We can just drink and have a good time, not a review show. So I don't know. I got things lined up. We'll see where they go. We'll do some test runs, and yeah, that's it. Cheers, guys, and God damn my breath.
Cheers, man. Yeah. Lep, what's up? All right, Avenger. Cheers. Thanks.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
and the hot seat is running this week. It'll be right after my show on Thursday at 9:00 Eastern with Lep TV. He's back in action. He's feeling better.
Nice.
Cheers to him.
great. Good for you, brother.
You muted.
Oh, woo! Hello. Yes. I already did the shout out, but we're going to go in another 45 minutes or so here. 40 minutes and do the Wildcard Wednesday on the Thomas Metal 75 channel of YouTube, not the Avenger Reporter, as my name said down there. Yes, Thomas Metal 75 channel of YouTube. Bring any beer, wine, or spirit. Let's have fun. And all I ask is you are not a douche. Be kind and respectful and just have some fun. It's pretty lackadaisical, but review a good product. And yeah, we'll see you all there if you want to join. And otherwise, cheers, everybody. Yeah, we'll see you around the streams.
Nice. I will be there for sure.
Awesome.
Cheers, man. Thank you, Eric. All right, Jammer, what you got, man?
Well, I don't really maintain much of a channel. I just like doing some panel surfing and just hitting panels. That's kind of how I review stuff. I like it. So everybody's already said everything, like Bumpy stuff. Food Friday with Alex is really fun. So I'll just say, like, if you want a good time, like, you just have fun and relax, you can just eat your Friday dinner. You just and Italian food, that's easy. That could be like a million things. It could just be something with marinara spice, a little basil on top. You could make something up almost and come on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably bring an old chub on and I'll put some oregano in it and I'll try to pitch that as Italian food. So no, that's it, man. Just all these guys have great channels and it's nice being on. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you. All right.
Glad to have you, man.
Yeah, good to have you here. Good to have all you guys here. All right. So Beer and Cheese Tuesday next week is a Christmas beer of choice. Anything Christmassy. I don't care what it is. No style, just whatever says Christmas on it or holiday or whatever.
Nice.
It's 22nd, so it will be, it's right before Christmas there, and
Yeah.
cheese of choice. So just I've got a cheese today. I hope it works, but
Nice.
we'll find out. So 8 o'clock Eastern, and Wednesday we got 2 more of these porter times. Or I like your styles. So I guess yeah, I've got 2 more weeks in this
Long month.
Yeah,
That
long
porter.
month, dude. 31 days. Excuse me. Oh man, I'm choking here. Yeah, so 6 o'clock Eastern for that. Did I say that right? Oh yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern for that. I lost track of what I was saying. And then yeah, brewery's looking good. We should have something up and running by the end of January. I'm really hoping. I was trying to get it done by December, but shit happens. Holidays and everyone's out.
Yeah,
Inspector
busy
can't
time,
come in
busy
until
time.
after. Yeah, so and then of course videos and stuff. And you guys all shouted out our good people here in the network. So yeah, cheers to everyone. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Check out Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, Thomas Middle 75, and Jammer Fan. Check them out. And of course, check me out. Come on. Yeah, no, cheers, guys. We're out of here. Thanks to the chat. You guys rock too. You always make it. Appreciate it. All right. We're out. We're out.